So, hello Monica, thank you for coming and having a chat with me. I'm just going to ask you a few questions. So if you could start off by just telling us who you are, what you do, how we met.
Yeah, sure. Hi, my name's Monica. I'm a full-time nurse in Hindeburg in the Trauma and Orthopaedic Fracture Clinic. I'm a mother of two girls, Lauren, 25, and Molly, who, as you know, that's how we met. We met through Molly. I think it was about 3 years ago. Molly was born with lots of health problems, and through a friend of a friend, word of mouth, Molly got to a stage where she was really, really very low. She was totally withdrawing inward, becoming very introverted, wouldn't go out of the house, just wanted to be in a safety bubble. And I was in a desperate place trying to seek help from Molly. I went to the GP down the normal routes and a 6-month waiting time. And by the time Molly got to see a counsellor through the NHS, she was in a really dark place. And unfortunately, she didn't gel with any of the counsellors that she saw because they were trying to put a label on her, and they were under constraints for time. I totally get that they were doing the best they could with all the cutbacks, and they were doing the best of what they had, but it just didn't work for Molly. And the first question, I think, when I went along with her, the first question she was asked was, "Well, Molly, are you suffering from anxiety or depression?" And Molly looked at me and went, "This ain't going to work, Mum." So she was right, and it didn't work because it's not about labels. It's not about a diagnosis. It's about getting to understand what is going on in that child's mind, or in the mind, getting to the root cause of the problem. And a friend of mine said, Monica, she knew I was I was beginning to struggle, and I was worried about Molly going into an even darker place. And they said, "You've got to go and take Molly to see Alison."
Oh, so when you got really, really desperate, that's the time to come and find me.
Well, I wish to God you were there. You were in the NHS. I wish you were there in the NHS, and and you were seen without having to wait the 6 months. Because by the time these children are getting the help, any sort of help, their problem is far more complex, and it takes longer to treat. And if only they could get to the children or the adults and the teenagers when they need the help, not, well, let's just wait for another 6 months. No, you've got to get to them when they need help, when they're asking for help, they're crying out for help, and they're being let down. And I can honestly say, within 10 minutes of coming to see Ollie, as you know, we walked into this house.
You look very sceptical, but to be fair, you are NHS through and through. You're one of these lovely ladies born into nursing, so quite a scientific mind, but I know quite an open mind.
Yes.
So to come and see me in my hut was a massively brave thing, and your face will stay with me forever.
Yeah, well, yes, I can honestly say I just thought, what am I doing and who am I bringing? Because you came with a reputation that was wonderful, but it was also, she's a bit different. And I thought, well, you know what? I'm, as you said, open-minded, and Molly, we just needed to find somebody that was different because nobody was getting her. So I thought, let's give this a go. And Molly went off into your hut. I sat in your garden, and I thought, oh my goodness, right. Is this going to work? Is it not? I didn't really know an awful lot about you, but you came highly recommended. So I can honestly say within 10 minutes, Ollie, I heard laughter coming from your hut that I hadn't heard in 3-4 years coming from Molly. And it really was a eureka moment. And from that day on, Molly actually, she said to me, "Finally, Mummy, somebody gets me." And you got Molly, and you got her from the very first meeting with you, and you helped her so much, and your approach, the language that you used, she really identified with. And I truly believe that you were the difference that made the difference to Molly.
For me, I mean, we've been friends for a while now through Molly, who obviously had a master plan, and she's still doing it. By the time that I met Molly, I was toying with the idea that I needed to do something different with children, because the therapy that I'd been taught was brilliant, but it was too grown up. But I didn't have the self-belief, and it was really interesting because Molly actually encouraged me to look at losing the labels, following my heart and my gut, and making it not so therapy client, making it a lot more relaxed. And she really did encourage me to do that. So she was very much there as a catalyst that started what Ollie has become. So I'm Ollie's mum, but you kind of are as well. And I love that. What are you doing now? What are you doing now, Monica?
Well, I'm still working full time, but I'm also doing my NLP training, which I'm fascinated by. and I want to take the NLP training further and become an Ollie coach myself. I'm doing this not only as a legacy to Molly, but I'm doing it because I truly believe that this is the difference that's going to make the difference to so many children's lives. It already is, as you know. It's all around the world now. And I think we all need to talk Ollie language. And if you can get to the children and their parents and the teachers and anybody else who's anything to do with children out there in
The
that big work.
NHS.
The NHS, absolutely. Yes, please. Yes. But yeah, brilliant. Because the sooner you get to them, it's just phenomenal what you're doing.
Well, one of the things, and again, you know this because you've helped me so much in the thinking of Ollie, but we are all therapists, so we're trying to help with the backlog in CAMH and with the CBT guys. Because you're right, it's too big a workload. They're throwing more money at it for more therapists, but one size doesn't fit all. So we need choices here, and Ollie's just a choice, another choice, and it is working, and we're getting good results. But we can keep firefighting with everybody else. But for me, it's always been, what else can we do? And I think the thing that we can do through Ollie is prevention. And we're looking at different things, prevention. Again, I know that you're quite aware of what we're doing, and I mean, again, from your perspective as a nurse, you see people when they're already frightened. How cool would it be if you had little ones come in that weren't terrified of needles or had the resilience to know that whatever? How would that?
Yeah, it would be phenomenal, honestly. I mean, because we're told, or science is research based and proven that by the time we're 3, I think the template is there for our personalities. By the time we're 8, our personalities are formed. So if you leave it until we're adults, teenagers, in their 20s, 30s, we've kind of missed the boat. But what you're doing is you're getting to children at a very young age, teaching them what emotions are, but even better than that, you're empowering them with that they can be in control. They don't need to hide away from these emotions. They don't need to internalize them. And if parents are on board too, we can all talk about emotions. It's just get them when they're young. Going into primary schools, maybe even nursery schools. How cool would that be? Maybe even part of the curriculum. I just think what you're doing is just not rocket science. It just makes sense, and it's bespoke to every child that would come to you for help or come to the Ollie coaches, because we'd all be singing from the same hymn sheet, and that would be Ollie and all the Ollie language.
And I know that you came along to one of our Ollie Parents' Nights because we are trying to involve parents for exactly that reason. I mean, again, the benefits of doing that are...
Yeah, phenomenal. Yeah, well, I also came along to one of your midwifery weekends, and that was to do with pain control in labour as well. I mean, that was phenomenal, and it's just teaching people that they can actually take control of their emotions. But for children, if you get them at a young age, and where if they go to help, if they get help through the NHS, they go to a counsellor, they leave that session and they go out into the big world again where nobody actually gets them. Well, how phenomenal is it? What you're doing, you're already making a difference, because parents can begin to talk the Ollie language, teachers are as well. So it becomes more natural to talk about your emotions. It's not, oh, that's something I need to keep for the counselling session, and mum and dad don't understand me. It's, no, let's talk openly. I'm empowered, mum. I've got superpowers, and today I feel happy, or maybe I feel a bit sad, so I'll turn that one down. This is just phenomenal what you're doing, and like I say, it just makes sense.
So going forward, I mean, for me, the ultimate, I'm so proud of everyone that wants to be an Ollie coach and help us spread the word. But I have to say, I got a big soft spot that it's gone full circle, and that you are now going to join us as an Ollie coach. And I just want to talk a bit about that, because so many people think, well, if I become an Ollie coach, is that a full-time job? And can I become an Ollie coach if I haven't done this training and that training? Well, watch this space, guys, because if you want to be an Ollie coach and you have no therapeutic training, keep an eye on our websites, because I've got something really special coming out in the new year for you. But what are you going to do with this, Monica?
Well, the world's your oyster, and I truly believe with the Ollie coaching behind me, I can still work full-time as a nurse if I want to. In the evenings, at the weekends, I can increase my income. I like lots of people, I've got a mortgage to pay off, so the bills have to be paid. So I can do this on top of my full-time job, or I could take a complete career change altogether. I could fulfil my dream and go to Ireland and bring Ollie to Ireland.
Ollie Island.
Ollie, how could that be? Yeah, by the sea. Ollie goes, yeah. So I think the options there, and it would open so many doors to me. And I truly believe that what you're doing is phenomenal. You are already changing children's lives, and I would love to be part of it. And I can't wait to be on board and be an Ollie coach.
I have to say, honestly, I know we're having an interview and this is for marketing purposes, but I'm really proud you're joining us, Monica.
Thank you. I can't wait.
Molly's legacy is continuing. Thanks for your time, mate.
Thank you, Ellie.
Brilliant.
Oh, I felt a little bit more nervous that one.
Cut that one. Cut and do both of them, I think.
Yeah, you give it. Yeah, although they're different now.